Well, instead of trying to die, I talked to a neighbor down the way, had a backhoe, and he came down and put some pressure on this big maple. And as you can see, the base exploded. Kind of what I expected when I was going to cut it down. I think cutting it down would have been the worst idea possible. But yeah, it detonated and dropped that way. So now I gotta clear this out. Get it drug around over here somewhere. Try not to make a mess for myself when I've already got a mess. Here, got a monster black oak. This was a leaner. Did a bore cut on it, and before the back strap could get cut, it gave way down below grade, and the whole back came away on its own. But it's a big girl. I don't know if that's scale or not. That should give me quite a bit of lumber. It's got some curve and twist to it, but I can work with that. Yeah, that dude's every bit of 24 to 30 inches. Up to that split up there. That'd be a good one. You may be asking yourself, what does LTO wear this funny getup for? Well, here we go. Mainly that's for a face guard. Saw cutting wood, a little protection if something comes out of the trees, and I got some handy dandy hearing protection in there as well. That works out for me. I used to have to wear that on a daily basis, and now I'm just being punished on the weekends. But still don't like them. But they serve their purpose. Now, I've got these sweet bad boys. These are chainsaw chaps to try to keep myself from cutting my legs off. I already cut myself last year, and that's a story in itself. But I know these $60 chaps would have been a lot cheaper than the 14 or 15 stitches I got. But I don't know any other way around it out here. Everything I cut, everywhere I go in here, is just tight bush. That's what she said. But yeah, I've already nicked these a couple times. It's a challenge crawling around a lot of this stuff. I mean, this property is a jungle. There's a few places that are clear of big trees, but wherever it's clear of big trees, it's just a thicket. And I don't, I try to make a good practice of, locking my bar every time I finish a cut. But even, once you get good fitting and you've cleared a spot out with the saw or the grass blade on that Husqvarna, you still get in there, and man, it's a fight to not bust your ass or cut something you don't want to cut. It's a good challenge. I hate wearing these things because they're just unwieldy, and I don't mind the weight. I can understand the weight and what it's for. Maybe there's some better pants out there, but my guess is they're as hot as these. Maybe there's some better chaps. I don't know. If you guys out there know of anything better than this that you've worn and not just seen on the internets, let me know. But once again, I ain't no daddy warbucks. Trying to do all this on a pretty tight budget with cash. Yeah, looking for some better chainsaw pants or chaps. Good old leather gloves. This is a good friend, the old Peavy. And my chainsaw. I use this stuff by the case, and I spray my clothes, I spray my skin. I think I sweat this stuff off and inevitably get covered in more and more chiggers. I look like a victim of some horrible disease when I'm in my skivvies. But fortunately, I'm not going to show you that action. And now old fat boy gets to clean up his mess. Chicks dig it. Oh yeah, good time. This old house I'm living in is needing repair. The windows and the shutters are letting in cold, cold air, and I say to myself, go fix them when I can find the time. But all I'm getting lately is leaving on my mind. And it's snake season, so you gotta watch out for that. Don't want to pick up a timber rattler or a copperhead. Don't know if you know this or not, but venomous snakes function with live birth. So those little suckers come out ready to kill. They don't have to hatch or nothing. They just get spit out in the mess and go and start hunting. But I like snakes. I like a black rat snake. They're entertaining. Eating mice and such. Strong. Bugs. That's a big girl. Alright. Stay away, man. Drop you on the foot. That feels good. Whew. I got a few more trees back there to take down, and one there, and I think I'll be done clearing things out. Now, it's fun working on a hillside. Half of everything's uphill. I got plenty of places to put brush like this, but I don't want to look at it. I don't mean things falling, I don't mind that, but I don't know, I look at it and I just see work. And I like nature, natural things, how they fall. I don't want to look at a bunch of cut ends out my window. I need a consolidated spot to stack stuff like this to process it later. I don't like burning because I'm in the middle of a state forest. Rented a wood chipper. That's not cheap. Anyway, I think most of this maple is going to be firewood. Bottom quarter's rotten, the rest of it's twisted and knotted and branched. So I think for now I'll roll it that way. Maybe. People think it's fun cutting down trees. And it is that. It's entertaining, but the cleanup sucks. Some of you may be asking, where's Norman? Well, Norman's sick, and I haven't had time to work on him. But I got old Gojira. Yeah, poor old Norman managed to shake his oil pickup tube loose, which means I gotta break the tractor in half to drop the oil pan, which isn't an oil pan, it's a structural member. To do that, you have to take the front axle off after you jack it up on a stable platform. And as you can see, there's not many stable platforms out here until I get my sawmill made. So, yeah, I got plenty of work to do. And I don't have a lot of days through the week to do it. Anyway. If anyone would like to donate to Tractor Aid 2020, there's a PayPal button on the top of my YouTube homepage.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the one to make a brighter day. So let's start giving.
Begging, but I like free money. Oh, let's see if I can get free of these. This is a choker. I don't know if you can see this, but it's a great tool. Run that around your log, put in that hole, and it cinches up around the log, just like so. It's got that little bullet end you can shove under these. We can get all three of these at once. Probably if we can find a good spot. Oh, it's drier than shit out here. Normally the ground's a little squishy.
Not today.
Just like so. One tubby.
Come on, folks, chop. Two chubby.
Tubby. Tubby. Well, I got most of that maple tree out of the way. Septic guys threatened to come and start work later this week. And of course on Sunday, I dropped that maple tree on top of where the septic's going and had to come out tonight and clear that up because he notified me last night. Don't have a day or an hour, but he said later this week. So, trying to prep the runway for him. Man, this is a good wrestling match. I tried to do it in stages so I just don't have a big pile of that to crawl through there. That's no fun to work in, so you're doing this, stage your work. I cleared out the underbrush, took down that big grove that was over there to make room to drop trees. I mulched up all of that, and that's not even really a pile. But I'll turn this to firewood. I don't know, maybe he gets here, he can take his excavator and shove this out of the way if he needs to make some space. But it's Tuesday night, and I'm smoked, and I got an hour's drive from here. I gotta pick up all my crap, load it in the truck, and set up someplace else. Anyway.
11 miles down to Mexico, one place I may never go in my life again.